I'm Lucy with Rossmönster, and today I want to show you around our latest Sprinter 144 4x4. Before we step inside, I'll just talk about some of the exterior highlights of this vehicle. So we have a roof rack up top. At our sliding door, we have bug screens, and those are going to be from Touareg. So those have blackout curtain and bug screen, so you can have some versatile options there. And then lastly, we have upgraded wheels and tires. So we have a black Rhino wheel with an all-terrain tire. Let's step to the rear. At the rear of the vehicle here, you can see that we have an Vans ladder and expedition box. You can also see the Flarespace, so that's going to be on both sides. This side has an Arctic turn window in it, so that's going to give them a little bit more space width-wise in the vehicle. Welcome inside. Before I go into the specific components of the vehicle, I'll talk about design highlights as well as layout. For design, starting all the way at the top, we have a ceiling panel, which is going to be in Duramax gray mix. Our wall panels are also going to be in gray mix to match with that. And then we have 5 pine accent strips on the top. Those are going to be stained walnut so that they go with our cabinetry and tables. Moving down from there, we have Paperstone countertops in the Galley. Those are going to be slate. We have walnut grain matched uppers and lowers, and then we also have a walnut table for our dinette. And then lastly, our custom little bench seat here is upholstered in Autosoft black leather. When it comes to layout, we have our galley over here on the driver's side. On the passenger side, we have the dinette. This is also going to house our dry flush toilet. We have a hard partition into the garage area, and then above that we have our fixed bed. So I'm going to start in the front and we'll work our way back. In the galley of this vehicle, as I mentioned, we have the Paperstone countertops. Again, those are going to be in slate, and those are awesome because you can take hot things directly off of your induction, place it directly on there, and you're not going to leave a ring or anything. On our countertops, we have an Empava 2-burner induction cooktop, and then moving back from there, we have a 21 by 15 Ruvati workstation sink with a cutting board insert. The sink is going to drain directly into a 7-gallon removable gray water tank. It's going to be housed in that cabinet. And then to the left of that, we just have a nice drawer bank. So a smaller drawer up top for utensils, and then they get larger as you go down to put pots, pans, etc. in there. Up top, we just have a row of uppers. So all of these are going to be on slam latches, so everything's going to stay closed and where it needs to be while you're in transit. And they're also going to be on gas struts for assisted opening and closing. Closing out our galley area, we have a 4.6 cubic foot Isotherm drawer style fridge, and that's going to have a small little freezer up top. Moving over to the passenger side, we have our bench seat. So as I mentioned, we have a walnut table that's going to be on a lagoon mount so it can swing out of the way. This bench is going to be upholstered in Autosoft black leather, so it'll be nice and easy to clean. Other awesome things about this little bench seat is that you can flip the backrest over, make a little day bed there. Additionally, we can remove the seat and check out storage for our dry flush toilet. So the awesome thing about dry flush toilets are that they are battery powered, so you can just charge this guy up, keep it here when you don't need to use it, but when you do need to use it, you can put it anywhere in your campsite or in an emergency use it inside the vehicle as well. In the rear of the vehicle, we have our hard partition, so that's going to separate the garage from the main living area. Above that, we have our fixed bed, so they're going to sleep widthwise in this vehicle. As I mentioned, we have the Flarespace on both sides. This side is going to have these touch-activated lights, so that's a nice feature there. And then the head of the bed, where our reading lights are, is going to have an Arctic turn window, so that's going to be an awning-style window and can pop out. To close out this area, we also just have a nice little shelf at the end of this upper cabinet unit, so that's a great place for them to put cell phones during the night. And as per usual, our reading lights have a USB port in them, so great little charging station there. Let's check out the rear. In the rear of the van here, you can see that our Montrose oak flooring carries through to the garage area, and then both of our cabinets are going to be coated in black hex ply. That's going to ensure they're nice and rugged and durable so they can stand up to whatever gear ends up living back here. Starting on the driver's side, we have our exterior shower hookup, so that's going to be serviced by the AquaHot hydronic heat and hot water system. And then on this side, we have our water cabinet. So in there you have a 30-gallon freshwater tank, your water pump, and also a 2-stage water filtration system. Moving over to the passenger side of the vehicle, we have our power systems. So in here we have 510 amp hours of AGM SuperCycle battery, we have a 3000 watt inverter, and then we have 200 watts of solar coming in through the top. Additionally, back here you can see our second set of Touareg bug screens and blackout curtains. So these can either come top down or bottom up, and they also have both options there with the screen and the curtain. Additionally, from this angle, you can see all of the various lighting zones within this vehicle. So we have the dimmable LED overhead dome lights down the center. We have our reading lights over the bed there. We have a strip of LED lighting under our cabinets. And then lastly, we have some touch operated lights in the flares. That wraps up this van tour. Again, I'm Lucy with Rossmönster. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a van tour. I hope you have a great rest of your day.